Okay, my name is Ashley Gutierrez, and today I'll be doing the reflection assignment listening video. So the first question says, do you know someone who's a good listener, and how do you know? Yes, I do know someone who's a good listener, and that is my cousin. She is a great listener. And how do I know she's a good listener? Because every time I talk to her, I could tell, like, whenever she's talking to me, all her attention is at me. She's looking at me, she's nodding, she waits after I'm done expressing how I feel. She asks me questions, her tone is soft, and, like, she's just not listening to answer. She's just making sure I'm okay, or she's just very attentive. Like, her volume is very, like, oh really, like, tell me about it, not like annoyed of, like, oh really, like, tell me about it. She has, like, a good attitude, and she's very attentive and looking at me. So to me, she's like a great listener, and I always love going to her, telling her my things, because I always feel heard and seen when she does. And then it says, what do you think about people in your life who are good listeners? um i I feel like listening is a hard skill, because as I learned in the video, which I'm guilty of too, sometimes we're just hearing. Like, let me rephrase that. Sometimes we're not listening. We're just hearing, and then we're waiting to reply to the other person, and it just makes it a little harder to actually listen or take in what the other person is saying, if we're already in our head trying to answer what they're saying while they're still talking. It's just, you're not truly listening to the message or what they're trying to say. And this is, who are bad listeners? Do you treat them? You're my mom's a horrible listener. I don't tell her my things. I don't trust her. I don't really tell her anything. I kind of, like, pick and choose what I tell her. Also, because she kind of always has, like, a negative reaction to whenever I'm telling her something, or she's very reactive. Like, how would I say this? Like, she speaks, it has volume, as in, like, she can have a negative reaction. She kind of raises her voice. It's not always, like, a positive experience. And this can reflect a time when you weren't a good listener and how it impacted your life. I feel like I'm a good listener in general, but sometimes when it comes to my sister, I'm not the best listener to her, only because she's younger than me, and the choices sometimes she makes are kind of questionable, and I have a hard time understanding why she makes these choices. And I feel like it has impacted me, like, in a good way and a bad way, because she has openly told me that, like, she feels like she can't tell me certain things because the way I react, or sometimes I'm not listening to her. Like, I'm guilty of when she talks to me, sometimes I'm already thinking of what I'm going to reply when she's talking to me. And I kind of struggle with that. And obviously, she's my sister, really close. And I don't want her to feel like that way, because I feel like that's how it kind of, sometimes I feel like that with my mom. I don't want her to feel like that. I know how that feels. And ever since I've kind of, like, took in what she told me, I've been trying to listen to her and see it from more her point of view, and just kind of not, like, make a big fuss about it, her actions, or etc. I feel like it has brought us closer. I really appreciate that, because she does mean a lot to me. And some ways that I could be a better listener is by using the description RASA, which is receive, appreciate, summarize, and ask. Like, receive as in, like, her message, what she's saying, like, really soak it in. Appreciate her. Anybody who I talk to, appreciate their message or what they're trying to communicate with me, and basically restate it, summarize it back to them, and ask them questions that often make someone feel heard and seen, and engaging with them. Like, like, you're listening to them, you're paying attention, like, you're present. And people honestly really appreciate when you do that. I, for one, when I'm talking to someone, I like their full undivided attention, not on their phone or anything, and just engaging with me, eye contact. Like, that honestly shows me that someone is listening and that I have their attention and they actually care about what I'm talking about. Other things that you could also do is like evaluate, probe, advise, and interpret, which is kind of like, it's similar to Raza, but just asking questions, reframing, giving them advice. You know, when you listen to someone, you can give your opinion or kind of guide them to what you think is the best choice, or, you know, just give them advice.